Wayne Dyer has a quote that says, "Conflict cannot survive without your participation." And I think you can look at this quote in a couple of different ways. So some people might say, oh, if I don't participate, then it'll just go away and we won't have conflict. But the thing causing that conflict isn't going to go away just because you don't participate in it. Even if you try to bury it, even if you try to ignore it, it's still going to be there. So if all parties involved with it decide that they're going to participate in resolving it, the sooner it's going to get going, get out of the way, and lead to a more productive way of working. Being able to look at conflict in a way that you kind of recognize it needs to be dealt with is helpful, because that means that stuff won't fester and this group is going to be able to resolve things pretty quickly. There are two types of people in this world: rice people and pasta people. Rice people. Think about how you cook rice. It goes into a pot with cold water, and as the temperature comes up, it boils, it cooks, it becomes what it needs to be. It becomes edible based on the environment that it's in, and it can stay in there for a really long time before it burns. That's extroverts. Extroverts are rice, because they can be in situations that are really highly stimulating, become better for that, and it takes a very long time before they need to come out of that environment because they're kind of too tired or end up burnt out or anything like that. Comparatively, pasta people. Think about how you cook pasta. It goes into already boiling water for a finite amount of time, and then you have to take it out. What happens to pasta if you don't take it out within the amount of time that it needs to be removed? Exactly. It's mushy, it's limp, all the starch leaks out, and you just don't want anything to do with it. Introverts are pasta. You can put them into highly stimulating situations for a finite amount of time, but then they have to come out or it affects the quality of the work, the quality of the relationships that they're in, and really anything that they're trying to get done.
This is actually my third time when Amma presented this, because I was in OL for the past 2 years. And something that I took away, at first I was definitely more introverted, and I could sense that. But now that I've been through orientation and done this and learned the skills how to be more extroverted, I feel like I am more extroverted. And then specifically with this presentation, I like how she added the conflict with it, because I'm not really sure, how to handle conflict with other people who are introverted or extroverted. So I think this was a good way because conflict comes up a lot in orientation, so I think this is a good way to learn about that.
I really enjoyed the presentation today. I think she did a very good job at breaking us up into individual groups and addressing different forms of conflict resolution that we can embrace as part of our orientation leader positions. I really liked how we broke up into different corners with extroverts, introverts, and also ambiverts, which I was myself. And through that, we kind of, we found solidarity within our own characteristic types, and we were able to respond to, different types of conflict in our own way. So I really enjoyed that.
I feel really good about how the group responded to the material, the sorts of insights that they came to when they worked together as a group, and how excited that they seem to use it over the course of the semester and then into the summer with the students that they'll be working with. Even when I'm doing the same material for different groups or something fairly similar thematically, I'm always really interested to see what they'll use with it and what types of insights they come to. And in that regard, every time I do, it's a little bit different. So it's always really nice to learn something from the groups I'm working with that I can then take with me to present that similar material in a new way based on something that students have taught me.